and you just shouted, Mondays, and walked out.
Who did? Andy?
Andy did, yeah.
Morning everyone and welcome to this week's Parkrun. This week I've messed up. I didn't delete a load of files from this silly little camera that I'm using. I know, so it's only recorded 19 minutes worth of the run, so I didn't do it in 19 minutes. Yeah, not happy at all. But I'll put the time up at the end so you still get to see what I did. So this was a bit of an effort for me to see where my fitness is at. There was a walk, I'll say that. But we're here with Rich of Rich Runs and Paula.
Hiya.
And Rich dragged me round most up there. So it's the reason I went faster today, but I had to let him go at one point because he was just going way too fast for me. Tell everybody what you did, Rich.
Well, it's not official, but 22:57, which will be my first ever sub 23, so
Not amazing.
delighted with that.
Yeah. Sub 20 this year.
Well, maybe 21.
Sweet job. And Paula as well, and Becky. And we've got Matt. I'll just walk over. Look, I feel like I'm on a bit of a interview tour here. Look, we're with Matt, of the regular runner also, and of course Andy Cliff. There you go. And what did you do, Matt?
Well, my watch says 24:57, but I think I was a second.
Another sub 25.
Hopefully,
Hey.
but I was a
He's on a
second
roll.
or so too slow
Well
to
done.
start my watch. So we'll wait and see what the official time is.
And you?
27:30.
And you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm not even waiting.
Not many people can do that.
I'm stood right, it finishes right way here. I'll leave them to it. Just in case I didn't ask on video before. Mr. Mandy, how did you do?
35 minutes.
Woo!
Not happy to be here, but it's my second because I've done it 3 times.
Yeah, first time 40 minutes, second time 33 minutes, and today,
35. So I'm happy with that though.
so you should be, that's
Yeah.
really good. Great times all round. Right, we're gonna go and enjoy a brew with the guys now. So we will see you in the next one. Ciao!
Bye. 3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off. So my target today was to dip under 23 minutes for the first time since July last year when I did 22 minutes 42 at Withensea Promenade. Generally my average time when scrolling through the 5k app sits at around 25 minutes, but today was about finding out if all the hard work is actually paying off. Given my little mishap with the camera, today's parkrun video is a little different from the usual POV goodness. You may notice I've removed the elevation profile. That's just because there was no elevation. Just a sweet, flat, smooth run. So let's pop on a tune and get to it. I don't actually record parkruns usually with my tiny Go 3 on my cap, but thought today that I'd just save that extra little bit of weight my normal camera adds. Clutching at straws, I know, but you got to do what you got to do. My morning wasn't off to the best of starts. I'd forgotten to munch on a banana. Someone 3 cars in front of us insisted a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit was actually a 20 for a good chunk of the journey, so no warm-up. But anyway, that's all my excuses out of the way. Managed to catch up with Rich, and so for the first part of the run we chatted a bit between breaths and both agreed the pace was a bit ambitious to start with. Of course neither of us seemed to take his foot off the pedal for very long. Was that a mistake? Well, we'll see. According to Strava, I've just passed the first mile at 7 minutes and 6 seconds, which, as suspected, was way too fast for the first mile. I'm feeling it already at this point, and that sun beating down was absolutely beautiful. I think we can agree Morecambe looks stunning in this light, but it didn't feel it at this point. I was really cooking. now I'm at my favourite place to be on any out and back, the turning point. As I approach the second mile, I feel like I'm blowing up and need to pull back, so I let Rich drift off ahead, which he seemed to do effortlessly, while I passed mile 2 at 7 minutes and 31 seconds. And at 15 minutes and 15 seconds, I decided that the only way I was going to finish this was if I got my heart rate back under control. So I took to walking for a few seconds. If I can just ease myself back into it with a steady pace, I might just still get a good time at this point. However, I knew sub 23 was off the table, but wasn't giving up on keeping it below 24. Just like that, the video abruptly ends. Apologies. But don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. I went on to complete my third mile at 7 minutes and 42 seconds and then upped the pace for a cheeky sprint finish and completed the run in 23 minutes and 14 seconds. So while it wasn't where I wanted it to be, it was close enough to tell me that I'm definitely on the right track. I think another flat parkrun all-out effort might be in order after the Morecambe half marathon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. There we go, so sorry the full run one on there, but as you can see it was a successful run all round. 23 minutes and 15 seconds, although Strava says 23 minutes and 9 seconds, so I don't know, I think it's just getting me giddy. So we thought we'd do an outro because of the lack of video, and we thought we'd do it here, mainly because one, you don't come to Morecambe and not do this, and two, I tend to and then I get told off for not doing it. See you in the next one, bye.